After just 3 days of testimony, Tarrant County prosecutors wrapped up their case against the former police officer charged with killing Tatiana Jefferson.
Aaron Dean's defense team will now get the rest of this week to prepare their case. The prosecution's announcement came as a surprise to court observers who expected a lot more from such a high-profile case. Today's testimony focused a lot on police work, but not on Dean's action when he shot Jefferson. Fox 4's Macy Jenkins live in Fort Worth tonight with more. Macy.
Hi, Heather and Steve. Well, it was a shorter state case, than we expected. We did not expect this to just go 3 days and then have the state rest. But now the defense has time to prepare its case. We won't be back in court until next week.
That's Tatiana at her graduation from Xavier.
Tatiana Jefferson's older sister, Ashley Carr, took the stand on Wednesday, briefly discussing her sister's ambition to become a doctor.
For her to start saving so that she can go to medical school.
Do you know what kind of doctor she wanted to be?
She wanted to find the cure of diabetes, because she's had it since she was very young.
But after less than 10 minutes on the stand, Carr was dismissed.
Yes, Ms. Carr, we don't have any questions.
If you will unclip that microphone for me, just lay it right there on the desk and you may step down.
Thank you.
The defense declined to cross-examine her, and after just 3 short days of testimony, the state rested its case against former Fort Worth police officer Aaron Dean.
You know, the timing of them wrapping is a little bit surprising. I've got to believe that there must be a strategic approach to that.
Former Dallas County prosecutor Russell Wilson, who is not connected to the case, says the prosecution may be hoping to see what the defense does before it presents more evidence.
The state would still have an opportunity to do rebuttal evidence, and so it may be that they would now prefer to show or to make the defense try to put on their case before they continue with theirs.
Wednesday's testimony largely focused on forensic evidence and findings from the medical examiner. Prosecutors showed jurors the gun Tatiana Jefferson removed from her purse when she heard a noise in the backyard, as well as Aaron Dean's service weapon. Dean fired a single shot through a backyard window while responding to the address because the doors were open late at night. The defense has said Dean saw Jefferson point her gun at him, which the prosecution disputes. On Tuesday, jurors heard testimony from Dean's partner the night of the shooting. She said she didn't see Jefferson's gun from her vantage point.
Did you ever see a Tatiana's gun?
No, ma'am. I saw her face.
Did you ever hear the defendant say gun?
No, ma'am.
During that same testimony, the state touched on the issue of police protocol.
When you have your gun out, do you have your finger on the trigger?
No.
Why not?
Officer safety.
Is that something that you were trained in the academy about?
Yes, trigger discipline.
But Wilson says he was left wanting more regarding testimony on the specifics of police training and what could or should have been done the night of the shooting.
And I don't believe that we've heard that evidence just yet. You know, but we do have 2 Fort Worth Police Department officers in substantially similar situations making different decisions at that instance in time.
Overall, Wilson says the highlights of the state's case were A, the body camera video showing Dean shoot Jefferson, and B, the fact that Darch did not discharge her weapon.
Bottom line, do you think the prosecution did enough to prove murder?
I think that they have certainly proved that Mr. Dean killed Miss Jefferson. So remember, this is going to shift to them being required to prove that it was not self-defense. And so that's going to be the core issue. And in that regard, I think there will be additional information that will be submitted.
Now, the judge allowed the defense time to gather its evidence and prepare for the next phase of the trial. Court is adjourned Thursday, tomorrow, and Friday, with the trial picking up on Monday.